Warning, side effects include excessive humanity.
A new drug may help the world become a more compassionate place. Researchers at the Universities of California, Berkeley, and San Francisco have found that prolonging the effects of dopamine on the human brain gives people a greater sense of empathy. To test the behavioral role of dopamine, the researchers conducted a number of neurological tests and even games. The researchers concluded together these data shed light on the causal relationships between neurochemical systems and human prosocial behavior.
All right, not that shocking. This must be why all the kids are doing the Molly, right? This, right?
Molly?
Doesn't the Molly do something to the dopamine?
I thought it was ecstasy that like made you empathetic.
Yeah, that's what
well,
we're
Molly's
told. Molly is ecstasy.
Yeah,
right.
We
Molly's
just
the-
didn't
Well,
call
but
it that.
Molly's a mixture though, right?
I
It's
think
not
it's-
pure ecstasy.
I think
No,
it is
Molly's
pure.
the pure one.
It's
I think
just
Molly's-
pure MDMA.
I
yeah.
thought it was something else.
Oh man, now we really got three old people.
I only turned 30 yesterday,
Yeah.
so wow.
Really?
What is Molly? Let us know in the comments right now. All right, so really, like this, I mean, yeah, drugs, there are drugs that can release chemicals in your brain
Yeah.
that can make you happier and more empathetic and all
Yeah,
that.
we all know this.
So are we going to just bottle all of this one day? Is everything just going to, is this Brave New World, everything will just be bottled and our emotions will all come into pill form?
No, I don't even understand why this is a big deal. Like, to be honest, so yes, we have MDMA. It actually works on a serotonin system, but we know that dopamine and serotonin have a complicated interplay, even norepinephrine, when it comes to things like
Nora Ephron.
Nora Ephron.
She's not
She's
even
dancing.
alive.
norepinephrine, which
Yeah.
is the epinephrine of the brain, noradrenaline. And all of these things have a complicated interplay when it comes to depression, anxiety, happiness, sadness, all of that good stuff. Dopamine specifically has a lot of secondary effects. So dopamine is also heavily at play in Parkinson's. This is a drug actually that has been used for Parkinson's research and Parkinson's treatment. So there can be totally crazy side effects, like muscular side effects, when you start playing around with these kinds of drugs. And dopamine also plays a heavy role in addiction. So there are some dopaminergic drugs that can actually help you quit smoking, for example. Wellbutrin has that effect. And what's the other one? Chantix has that effect. But we've known for a long time. I mean, that's what an antidepressant is. I take antidepressants every single day. I take citalopram, 20 milligrams every day. It's a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
Are you having any of the side effects right now? Because
I get no side effects except that I'm really tired. But see, that's serotonin, it's not dopamine. And what it does is it allows me to have enough serotonin to have a functional, normal, healthy amount that keeps me from getting really, really depressed. This idea that dopamine aids in empathy is interesting, it's important. It is not a Brave New World.
Yeah.
There are very few people on this planet that are fully lacking empathy. They're called sociopaths.
Right. So this is why I bring Cara on the show. She cleans up the science
And
for
so,
me.
yeah, if we had a treatment for sociopathy, that might actually be a very good thing. I wouldn't be afraid of that.
Yeah.
If we could find sociopathy early and we could treat sociopathy so that individuals didn't progress to become murderers or CEOs,
Right.
I think that maybe that could be a good thing for our culture.
Right, but then it probably brings up a whole thing like you could look at kids who may be more prone to be sociopaths, and then you start drugging them when they're 4, and then what about their choices in
But
life?
is that
and all
any
that?
different than what we do now?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's very close to what we do now. I would
Right,
say.
so
Like,
are we just a completely over-drugged society
Absolutely.
in general? We are,
Absolutely.
right?
I mean, even down to the foods we eat, like the stuff that they put in our foods now has chemical effects on our brains that it didn't have 20 or 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So just across the board, we're taking in, if you're not the kind of person that's very strict about what you put in your body and what you eat, we're taking in all kind of stuff we don't even know we're taking in on top of whatever prescription drugs we're taking on top of that.
On top of the stuff,
50,000.
yeah.
50,000 industrial chemicals could be found in your blood right now that didn't exist before like a half a century ago.
That's
Why
crazy.
so this is just about money, right? Like everything else. Like, why has America failed at this? Have you guys seen this thing where they looked at what's in a McDonald's French fry in America
Oh my God.
versus I think it's the UK, and it's something like in the UK there's something like 4 ingredients, but in America there's like 28 ingredients for the same thing. And it's money.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say it's because other countries legislate against putting this crap in the food, and here we're like, where's the money coming from? Put it in, leave it in. If whoever's paying me to lobby on behalf of this chemical that they need to put in this fry, whatever, like go for it.
They have this beautiful capitalist principle that we know of as regulation.
Yeah.
And it's quite important to regulate things to protect people's health. But the truth is, what I worry about is throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I do worry about people going, oh, new drug, scary, there must be a nefarious purpose for it. All of pharmacology is dangerous and evil. Let's not even go to the doctor anymore. Let's just take herbs into a rain dance. Like, this is a very common progressive view, and it really worries me. Vaccines are important. Medications can be incredibly important.
Dr. McCarthy would.
And exactly, and life-saving. And I think that psychiatric medications are incredibly important. If you watched Going Clear,
I watched it last night.
I watched it when I go back
if
home.
you
I
have
read the
kept
book
up,
though. The book
exactly,
is amazing.
with Scientology at all, and you saw the just batshit craziness of L. Ron Hubbard and his intense fear of psychiatry, and you understand what that religion is founded in, I think that you appreciate what psychiatry can do for people a little bit.
Right, not to get too sidetracked on that, but since you've read the book, I'll say it. Like, the part that I thought was the most interesting was he clearly had massive psychological issues.
Oh, absolutely.
Talking about kidnapping his own daughter and saying to the wife that he had killed her and all this other stuff. And meanwhile, all these people are following him. So I guess there's some lesson in like religion.
Total side note there, yeah, but Scientology is totally founded on a fear of psychiatry and taxes. Somehow there's a whole religion that came out of that.
Yeah, that's a whole wing of the Republican Party. So there you go. All right, last thought on this. If you guys had if there was a pill that you could create that would do one thing for you, what would it be?
I would say make writing jokes easier. Making the connections faster and quick. Like that would be because I love it. That's my thing. I would say I've had some success at it, but if I could take a pill that would make me just like this all the time.
And you'd be okay with the diarrhea and the vomiting and all the other stuff.
I mean, if it was just diarrhea, I would be cool.
Just diarrhea? One pill, what do you need?
I mean, I take a pill that has completely changed my life, so I got to give props to that. But to be honest, if there were an empathy pill that if every single person on the globe could take, it would prevent the fundamental problems that we all face, which is really comes from a lack of empathy, a lack of understanding what other people are going through. God damn, market the shit out of that pill. Right. Get it in every mouth in the globe.
That's a quote right there. Someone make a gif of her saying that, please. If I could take one pill, it would definitely be that I could jump high enough to dunk when I'm playing basketball. Can you dunk?
I can.
You can dunk?
Yeah.
Can you teach me how to dunk? So I don't have to do it in a pill form?
Boys are so weird. Like, okay, I would make every person on the globe more empathetic. He wants to dunk a basketball.
One time, just one time.